Alright, here we go. We got the Masters League Open 21.1. This is the first time I've entered a competition in the Masters League. They have been around for about 5 years, I believe. The reason I've never participated in the Masters League is that it's usually has been right before the Open. And I've been quite deep in preparation for the Open, so I've never sort of given it a chance because my main focus has been on the Open. This year is a little bit different just because of the amount of time that I spent in lockdown without a barbell, and I thought having a competition just before the Open would do more benefit than anything else. So that's the reason why I've entered the Masters League this year. For this first attempt, I will be doing sets of 5 on the clean and jerks and just holding a pace on the row, which is about a 2-minute pace, which is not fast, but it's going to give me the chance to sort of get back on that barbell relatively quickly. Having said that though, my barbell cycling is down from what it normally is due to, again, not have been putting in the work on that. Also, you'll notice, especially here, I'm resting quite a bit in between those sets of 5. And that's again just due to not being conditioned with the barbell. Hence why this is my first attempt. My second attempt, I will definitely have a different strategy going into it. Overall, the sets of 5 felt okay. Towards the end, definitely, obviously, fatigue there. But overall, I was quite pleased with how they felt, considering the very little amount of work that I had been doing with a barbell. The rows, on the other hand, like I said, I was holding roughly a 2-minute pace, as you can see in the bottom right corner there. I said to myself that I was going to be aiming for about a 1:55 to 2-minute pace. Again, my main focus was on that cycling of the barbell, because even if I was to go faster on the rower, I'm not really going to be making up that much time over 1,000 meters, or even for those guys that go much faster, I'm not that far behind by the time I get off the rower. It's mainly that barbell that's going to set the difference, sorry. So that was my main focus, is just trying to stay consistent on the barbell and just try and more of almost a recovery for the row. Focus on breathing and just finding a rhythm early so I can maintain a pace. So as you can hear here, breathing rather heavy, still trying to bring that heart rate down from the 20 reps, which did get a little bit higher than I was hoping, but again, nothing unexpected. So almost halfway through this first 1,000 meters. It was probably up until about the 400 meters where I started to feel okay. I was thinking to myself that I'm going to jump straight off and pick up the barbell, but as you'll see in another 2 minutes or so, that didn't quite happen. I decided to just make sure that I could move that barbell relatively quickly and hold on for the 5 reps, so I ended up chalking up. It's going just under 400 meters, still holding that 2-minute pace roughly. 26 strokes per minute, which is about where I normally sit, between that 25 and 27. Damper wise, I have, I believe that's on 3 or 4. I know a lot of, and I used to row with it on like 5 or 6, but I've been putting a lot of work into getting better on the rower. I found a lower damper setting allowed me to focus on that a little bit more, on my technique. Still needs quite a bit of work, but definitely an improvement from where it has been in the past. On my second attempt that I'll be doing before the deadline, I'm hoping that the new strategy will allow me to push a little bit harder on the rower, which means that my overall time will be a little bit less. So not only just faster on the roll, but faster overall with the barbell. So the last few meters here, 20 meters to go. As you'll see, I believe I decide to chalk up. Look at the barbell, like nope, we'll chalk up. Take my time, of course, make sure that breath is alright. Settle that heart rate a little bit. So the pace on the row was pretty much on the 2 minutes. I think it was 3:59, just by going off that bottom right hand side there. So one thing that I wasn't completely happy with was the amount of rest that I was having in between the sets. I think I was too focused on just getting the sets of 5 out rather than getting a faster time, and that's because the last week or so, the amount of barbell cycling that I had been doing, obviously that has been my focus, so I sort of got caught up in a training sort of mentality rather than a competing mentality. So going for the second set of 5 out of 15. So a little bit wobbly at the top there. So overall not too bad with the cycling. Again, a little bit slow, but overall I'm fairly pleased with it, considering the amount of work that I haven't been able to do this year, and last year, sorry, through lockdown. So again, just too much rest. I think it's about 30 seconds before I actually pick up the bar again, which is way too much time. So that's a big chunk of time that you can easily make up.
Daddy.
So finally picking up the barbell, so that was closer to 40 seconds. See, starting to fatigue quite a bit, resting there. Get it up though, finish off the last one. Alright, moving on to the 750. So a little bit slower getting onto the row as well. So these are the things that I can clean up on the second attempt, making sure that I do better my time from this attempt here. So once again, intention for the second row was much the same as the first. Was just trying to keep a 2-minute pace, try and settle the heart rate. Treat it more as a recovery than anything else, to try and get back onto the barbell, to keep those sets of 5. And my intention was to have a rest, but not a significant rest on those in between those sets, but wasn't able to maintain that. So again, strokes per minute, looking at 26 at the moment. It fluctuates between 26 and 27 throughout the whole 3 rowing pieces. Again, that's average for me. A little bit higher on this one than I remember. So looking at a 204, 206 pace. So probably would have averaged maybe 205 on this one, which is a little bit slower than I was hoping for, but still within a reason of where I want to be. I think on the last couple hundred I bring it back down closer to that 2-minute pace. So you can see really gasping for air. Heart rate's probably higher than I wanted it to be. But here it is. Not quite. Still at that 205 pace. This is where I start to bring it down a little bit. When you're in the moment, or when you're in the workout, you don't really remember too many details. But again, my intention was, I guess, my intention was around that 2-minute pace. But here I'm holding a 205, 207 there. Here we go, that's where I'll start bringing it down. Try and maintain that 205. Sort of guess resigned to the fact that I was going to go a little bit slower in this one. So 205 is where it's at. So the last 10 meters. So this is where I want to be, again, going straight onto that barbell. But again, making the decision to rest instead of trying to stay attacking. So take my time. Eventually get to the barbell. Nope, more rest. So over 30 seconds gone. So this is all the time that I can make up. I'll watch this back again and really do a deeper analysis of it. I think here I do 6 reps, I believe. So again, taking a significant rest. This is where I want to, again, stay attacking. Here I'm talking to myself saying, come on, get up, pick it up. Back to the chalk bucket. So in all, just on these, on this set here, I've wasted about 1:20 in rest. So for looking at my time compared to others, take 1:15 off, you're gonna jump up quite a few places. So this strategy for me wasn't optimal, and I knew that going in, but I definitely wanted to test it just to see where I'm at. So again, I think slightly well, my mentality for this workout was still focused on training rather than competing. So I'll have to sort of change that mindset going into this second attempt, so I can shave some time off. My intention would be around that sort of 15-minute mark for my next attempt. I reckon, well, I believe I'm capable of doing that with the right strategy. So for where I'm at this point in time with fitness and barbell cycling and rowing ability and rowing capacity. So here again we're looking at a 2:08 pace, 2:10 pace, which is again that last set, or that barbell just took it out of me, spiked the heart rate. Probably I definitely would have been better off doing smaller sets, but I was sticking to the strategy that I come up with beforehand. So I think again at about the 150 mark, I start to bring that down a lot more. So it's starting to come down now. Again, stroke rate 26, 27. The last 100 meters. And that's where we start to kick it in. So down to that 2-minute pace. Under the 2 minutes, 50 to go. So overall, not the best strategy for me. Definitely will be changing that for the next attempt, and till then we'll see how we go.